What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is another video in the how-to series. Now we are talking about the Maker. Excuse me as I fix my hair that definitely needs to be cut in the next couple of days. Anyway, good enough. Anyway, today's video is going to be about Maker. So I've seen a lot of groundswell support for Maker ever since being added to the Titan Crystal, and specifically in this latest season of Battlegrounds and Alliance War, I've really seen a lot of people using Maker and finding that value that he brings. He has so much utility. He shuts down so many defensive threats in the Mutant class. He's got great heal block. The way he deals damage is incredibly unique, and no champion is immune to it. No champion is immune to Plasma. So let's show off how to use Maker effectively. So I've found that Maker is definitely geared for shorter to medium form content, but you can absolutely use him in like a longer form scenario, like an Alliance War boss, if you go for his special 3. But for right now, we're just going to talk about the special 1, and then at the end of the video, I will show off what the special 3 looks like. So Maker is a version of Mr. Fantastic. He's an alternate universe version of Mr. Fantastic, and so he's got these pre-fight abilities, these like prepared for action sort of, I forget what they're called. Let me see the actual name. Contingency plans. So Maker has these 3 planned obsolescence pre-fights. They're contingency planned obsolescence pre-fights. A 60% special drain, a 16% instant siphon that increases burst damage. Special drain drains 60% of the opponent's power based on the power they have when they throw a special attack, and then a 25% cowardice passive that just reduces special attack damage. So these don't stack. You can only have one of each of these passives, and they're refreshed every time you knock the opponent down. So, Maker's whole shtick is parry heavy. You want to use the passive stun that you get at the beginning of the fight, which also refreshes, just like Kate Bishop's passive stun, to knock the opponent down, and essentially, you're going to be knocking the opponent down over the mine, which you place with your special 1. So Maker is immune to reverse controls and Neuroshock. He also has 100% ability accuracy for all of his personal effects and the stun from Parry Mastery. He also can't crit. So he's great for Domino, too. The name of the game is this Tactical Evasion. You're going to utilize this after you've thrown a special 1. You deploy a Plasma Mine in front of the Maker after you throw your special 1. So let me show you what that looks like. I placed all my pre-fights, and now I'm going to go into the fight. So with Maker, you want to go parry heavy. That is like the bread and butter. That's how you maximize on the damage here from Maker, is going parry heavy. You're maximizing your damage. You're also minimizing the amount of hits you deal. Your heavy attack itself does not add any combo meter to Maker. So in a situation where you want to keep your combo down, you can absolutely do that. This Maker is Sig 1, rank 4. As you can see, dealing a lot of damage with that Plasma Mine. 14,000 burst damage, using the heavy attack during the passive stun to re-trigger the mine. And eventually I'm going to build up to a special 2 here, and when the opponent is low enough, I will throw my special 2, use the evade charge from Maker's signature ability to evade, knock Captain Britain into the special mine, and then throw my special 2, and the fight is over. So, that's a rank 4 Sig 1 Maker, handling that in 51 seconds. Very, very safe. The one thing that I love about Maker, and I'm seeing a lot of people start to love and appreciate, is just how safe and consistent he is. You could go an entire matchup in longer form matches where you're not trying to like kind of beat the time, just throwing heavy attacks and special 1s. You don't need to worry about consuming the mine on the special 2. So if you didn't catch the special 2 burst damage there, the special 2 itself will automatically re-trigger the mine, so you can like knock the opponent over the mine and then special intercept into it, and the mine will trigger. And the special 2 overcharges the mine and deals additional damage, but it destroys the mine in the process. So it's a good like finishing move for special attacks to go for your special 2 to finish the fight. But for the most part, you don't even really need to worry about it in like situations where you're not against the clock, or like when you have a lot of time to work with in an Alliance War situation. You can really just go for that special 1, and if you want to go for your special 3 to get the big mine damage, that absolutely makes sense too. So Let me show you the special 3 now, since I am on the Captain Britain path already. Maker is one of the best options, if not the best option for Captain Britain, because he is immune to Neuroshock, and he places a special drain, which removes Captain Britain's safeguard, and it cannot come back unless the special drain is removed off of Captain Britain. So the heavy attack knockdown will always keep the special drain, the cowardice, and the instant siphon on whatever defender you're fighting at all times. As long as you're going for the heavy knockdowns, you're either throwing special 1s, throwing special 2s to knock the opponent down, whatever the case may be. Keeping up those debuffs is incredibly important, and it's very easy to do as well. This is not to mention the heal block that Maker applies on his heavy attack. Not exactly sure what the deal is with my connection here, because I'm on the Wi-Fi, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But if this persists for too long, I will cut until the game loads. But yeah, we're just gonna wait, I guess, and then I'll cut. Sorry about that delay, not sure what was going on there. But now let's show off the special 3 rotation, since I said I would show that off in this video. The special 3 rotation is a different playstyle for Maker, but the sort of introduction is the same. You're still gonna go for your heavy attack spam, building up to your special 1, and then after you throw your special 1, instead of going to your special 2, you're going to build to your special 3. Now, you want to make sure you're placing the mine in a place on the map where the opponent can easily walk back and forth over it. So I'm going to bait this special 1 here from Captain Britain, use my little special evade charge, which you get from the signature ability, and now I'm going to place the mine close to her wall, but not exactly on her wall. The reason being, I want Captain Britain to be walking back and forth over this mine as often as possible. So I'm going to go for some full combos here to just build up my power, still knocking her down over the mine. Timing that knockdown is like 60,000 burst damage, and then the heavy attack itself is dealing over 20,000 damage, including the base damage itself. Go for the charge into the mine. Throw the special 3. What the special 3 does is it overcharges the mine, but in a different way. It allows the mine to re-trigger every half second. So I don't need to worry about constantly knocking her down to refresh the debuffs, because she's just going to be knocked into the mine, and that is all she wrote for Captain Britain. So in a longer matchup where you're dealing with a lot more health, going for that special 3 to trigger the back and forth sort of process of pushing her over the mine back and forth and dealing all that massive damage is really solid. And again, that was Captain Britain. Maker's immune to Neuroshock, so there's no threat from Captain Britain dealing any Neuroshock damage. That was incredibly safe, and less than 90 seconds for 730,000 health for Captain Britain. That's really, really good. That is very, very solid. And like I mentioned, this is a Sig 1 Maker. The potency of that energy vulnerability goes up with the Sig level. So you're going to be getting even more base damage from the burst on the heavy attack and the burst on the mine at a higher Sig. Now, I don't think Maker needs to be Sig 200, but it's very nice to have if you're going to fully invest in him. But at Sig 1, I threw an Awakening Gem into my Maker. I have him at rank 3, and I'll probably be taking him to rank 4 at some point down the line. It's absolutely worth it. I mean, Maker's just so safe. He might not be as fast as Jack-o'-lantern, but you cannot deny how absolutely safe and consistent Maker is. So let's go fight another matchup where Maker just shines, and that's Gentle. So Gentle, as you all are probably aware from fighting him in raids often, has a combo meter thing for defense. Maker, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, his heavy attack does not grant himself any combo. So what does this mean? This means you can build up to a special 1. Throw your special 1 and just heavy spam against Gentle. And Gentle in a matchup will never, ever go unstoppable, because your combo is never, ever going to be increased during your heavy attack. Use the special evade charge. Going for my heavy. You can also throw the special 1 into Gentle's block. The mine still places, and guess what? It doesn't matter if it's into the opponent's block or not, because the mine is still going to place. You're still going to get that damage. Use the heavy attack to recharge the mine. The heavy attack damage itself is also very, very nice. The physical vulnerability that Gentle gets from his special 2 is totally irrelevant. And one more heavy charge, and that is going to do it for our boy Gentle. Go for the special 2, and that's it. No defensive threat from Gentle, no unstoppable. We handled that fight beautifully. Again, 53 seconds. Maker is consistent. For short form content, that's about the time you're looking at with very, very high health. That right there is incredibly solid. I mean, that's just, you can't really beat that consistency, you know? I really do love Maker. I've liked him since the beginning, but I've kind of grown to love him, especially seeing all of the content that people have made on Maker in the last couple of months. You know, getting from the Titan Crystal recently, people taking him into war, seeing all these different Battlegrounds fights where people are using him. I'm so glad people are like finally sort of loving Maker because he's super consistent, he's super safe, and he's just really, really strong. So yeah, Maker's a beast, and I'm really glad that people are ranking him up and enjoying him because he really is just that guy. He's super, super strong. We'll fight Gentle here again. We'll go for the special 1 into special 2 here because with Gentle, I'm probably just going to be able to kill him with a special 2, not needing to go for my special 3. That nice big burst damage. Throw my special 1 into the air. If it hits Gentle, it's fine. Place the mine. Knock him into it. And again, it's just, I want to say slow and steady wins the race, but it's not necessarily slow. It's just consistent, you know? Knock him into the mine. Heavy attack again. Back up. Heavy into the mine one more time. And then we're going to go for a special 2. And that's going to do it. There you go. Very safe. He never went unstoppable, even with all those hits from my special 2. His combo meter from the defense threat was so high, it didn't even matter. That was 1 minute and 5 seconds for 630,000 health. Let's finish off the video by showing off Maker against Mr. Sinister. Where is he? Mr. Sinister's down here. So, Sinister has regeneration. He's got concussion, which reduces ability accuracy. But Maker doesn't really care. Maker's got heal block. Even though Maker can't crit, he's got heal block to deal with all of Mr. Sinister's potential shenanigans in like a situation where he's getting external regen. And you can just have a great time. Parry heavy. Dealing very consistent damage. Going to get that special mine up as soon as possible. The Collar Tech Mastery is also very good for Maker. Throw our special 1 here. I'm going to try to push Sinister over 2 bars of power. Perfect. I have the concussion on me, but it's no big deal. Go for my medium. Heavy charge into the mine. Heavy charge into the mine again. Heavy charge into the mine one more time. And special 2 finishes the deal. There's Mr. Sinister in 54 seconds. 51, 53, 54, 52. Consistent. That's all it takes for Maker, man. It's really all it takes. He's super safe, and I'm glad people are starting to realize just how strong this guy is and how great it is to have a damage source that nobody in the game is immune to. So that's going to be it for the how to effectively use Maker video. I hope you all enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this video. I like Maker. That's no secret. I always have liked Maker, and I'm incredibly excited for more and more people to like finally start using and understanding how Maker works, because I've seen a lot of great content made on him recently, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, and I really hope that you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like button. Both of those things are incredibly helpful, and it pushes the word out there to the YouTube algorithm that I am making content people are enjoying. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.